Shadim Shuri, Green Paradise. Compared to last week. Let's go. Let's start out with Bitcoin. A whole lot of nothing. This is Bitcoin future, and it is roughly 8 to 9% lower than what the actual Bitcoin price is. It can be, right now the future is not open, so it's not moving. As you can see, it's not moving. But when it is moving, my rule of thumb is discounted by roughly around 8% ish, and that's where the true Bitcoin price is. If I don't want to open a browser or look at my phone to see what the real Bitcoin price is, but right now it is roughly around 83 something, 83,500 at the moment when I'm speaking, as I'm peeking at my phone and see what the real Bitcoin price is. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not buying. I bought at 78. So would I buy more? It's gonna have to come down to 72 and below. It is that simple. But for now, I'm pretty content with my bags, as you call it. MicroStrategy, volatile. I did not buy. I thought about it. I had an order in. I thought about buying at the 200. There was plenty of chances to buy in the 246 range. But I had my order down here at 231, and I'm leaving it there. Okay, I trim a few up here, and for now I'm leaving those orders to buy down here. I did play the put spread game, so I will keep on drop near the 200 as it happened during the week. You betcha, I saw put spread down here. I was selling them at 220 and below. I was doing 220, 215. Why 220? I'm using this ref flow right here as my last line of defense. Okay, if the drop is hard, sure, selling 200, 195 would be the next logical step. Okay, it is that simple. All right, let's take a look at the indices. Wild weeks. Wild. It was wild. Like I said, the good news is it finished higher than the previous Friday, right here. Okay, this right here is the previous Friday, and yeah, it basically retraced half of what it did on this big down move, right, from here to here in the span of less than 2 weeks, right? It went whoosh and then retraced half. Very TA wise, nothing to be too excited about. Okay, if you sold in panic, buy in panic, you are the loser, period. You have to learn to master the art of doing the opposite of your gut feeling. Okay, we all had the same gut feeling. We do. It's human to feel the fear on this. You buy the fear, sell the greed. Right? It is. I can't repeat that enough. For a trader, for investor, I don't know what your mantra is. I don't know what it is like. So this is gonna be a very common theme across most tickers that I'm gonna show between now and the next 40 minutes. Not low enough to buy, not high enough to sell. All right, so keep that in mind. I don't need to. I'm sure I will make a mistake of repeating it here and there, but nothing to be too excited about. Earning season is here. So be mindful of the reaction of the stock that you have. Don't be a hero buying something before earning or adding to something before earning. No matter how your gut tell you, be ready to trim on a pop. Maybe gamble on the dip, the crash. SPY, all the chart look very similar, right? This is last Friday. This is this Friday. Higher but lower than this gap. Okay. This Thursday down move is still the anchor to follow. QQQ, same thing. Fill one gap. Slightly better, at least for the QQQ compared to SPYND, but QQQ also went down harder, right? But if you look, roughly half of what that move was. So the retracement, very TA wise. Now, would I buy? Now, the answer is, if you have it, be ready to trim at the 20, right? Look, that was a very sharp rejection. Okay, very sharp. So next time you get up there, trim. Not the time to stay greedy on QQQ. IWM, probably the weakest of all, right? Because it's it basically not that far from where it was the previous Friday, right? It's ugly. Okay, IWM have failed the most percentage wise. It has been an ugly downturn since the end of October, even before the election. Sure, it got a little pop. Well, actually, no, I was wrong. This is the election right here. So since the election, since November, yeah, it's nothing but just ugly. It has a two to 3 weeks bump, like the rest of the market, but it's turned south a lot quicker than the rest. Okay. All right, Max 7 time. Tesla. Meh. This is gonna be real quick. Apple. Meh. Mega. Well, not Mega. Meta. Seriously, they all. What is there to be excited? Is there anything here that tell you that, oh my God, I gotta buy? No. The answer is hell no. Google. The 20. Yeah, that look could be the anchor for now. But yeah, it's nothing here. Amazon. Netflix is my favorite of them all. I said it's not low enough to buy, not high enough to sell. It just what more is there to say, right? Nvidia, the ugliest of them all. Well, Google is the ugliest of them all because Nvidia did bounce. I do have a small position in Nvidia, and if I see anything in between 118, in fact, I'm gonna set an alert. I will trim if more. I don't have a lot. Okay, I'm already down to a little bit, but I'm not bullish on Nvidia. Short term, immediate term, long term, none of the above. I rather own the other 6, even Tesla. I would put Nvidia and Tesla as my bottom 2 of the Max 7 as far as desirability to own. How dare I say those words? The Tesla cult is gonna come after me. The crypto bros. The crypto bro is gonna be angry. There's gonna be thumbs down from the crypto bros. Every time I talk badly about the crypto bros, sure enough, there's a couple thumbs down. You weak, soft, simpy, live on your knees kind of people. If you need to thumbs down a video that disagree with you, you pathetic. And let me guess, you're white. Yes, I just said that, white. So racist. So true though, so true. You bunch of pathetic, weak, soft, simpy. Alrighty. Boy, am I gonna get the thumbs down today? I'm gonna ramp up the obnoxious behavior between now and Memorial Day to get as many hate as I can. All right. So yeah, it's there. Because the reality is, before I move on, most crypto bros are white people. It's not racist, it's reality. Let's talk about pharma. FV. I had a bunch of put spread that expire worthless, and I sold another one, and I will add to it. Next time that it come down to the 61.8 fib, I'm buying the shares. Okay, the only reason why I did not buy any shares on the past 3 days where it was violating the fib was because I had the put spread. I had the put spread 172.5, 170, and then I had two more at 165, 160. So because of those three spread, that's a lot of risk on the table. I didn't add any share, but now that I have the spread way below, I will start buying shares at the 61.8 fib. It is that simple. I did sell a naked put JSK at 33 that expired worthless because I was willing and able and wanting to buy the JSK there. I forgot to put another order in yesterday at 33, but on dip I will sell another naked put at 33. I might buy some share as well. Right? Same thing. The only reason why I didn't buy any share was because it was in the money for a day or two. It was in the money, and I was just like, yeah, let it be. But then it finished strong the last 2 days, and it was not in the money. I'm watching Vertex. Would I buy down here at the 61.8 fib? The answer is yes. Okay, I took my eye off the ball during the craziness of early part of the week and missed this giant week. So yeah. Plus, I have an alert that I set up a long time ago that didn't go off, so I didn't pay attention to it. But next time it come down into the 455 range, yeah, I get some. I did grab a little bit of Alnilam, not a lot. Very happy to let it go up here on this move, right? I let go on this move. Some people was lucky enough to be patient and lucky on the next day and get out even more. But that was the end of it, okay? It's look at this beautiful TA, right? You got channel low, high, violated for 2 days, touch the low, bounce, yeah. So where would I buy a whole lot? If this alert go off, yeah, that is basically channel low, and I would be in big. By big, I mean I would likely buy back everything that I trimmed or sold off right here. I bought back a little bit, but I will buy back a whole lot more here. Arginex, I did buy back what I trimmed a little bit up here. Yeah, it's, if I see the 50 or the 100, I'll be all out. Okay, so right now the order to get out is between 610 and 620. So between 610 and 620, everything will go out. I would buy back in the 520-ish area, or add back what I trim up here, right? So that's a game plan on Arginex. Last one on the Big Pharma. These had turned into Big Pharma. MDGL Madrigal 200 is a buy. As far as trim, if you see 330 plus, it would be wise. If you see 350, run out the door. If you see anything near 52-week high, you run hard. You slam that door, kick it down, and run. Okay, that's it. All right, let's move on to banks. JPM earning came out, had a big swing, but let's not get too excited. It settled right under the 20, so it's not like, oh, let's go all bullish. No. It's not bad. Nobody says it's bad. But it's also not a bullish sign either. That's the reality. Okay, it's if you have it and you haven't trimmed yet, I would suggest putting in an order. As far as stop, this is a tricky one. I would say put a stop at the 200. If you want to be greedy, where trim, gap fill, right? But you know, it's if twice now, it wicked to the 200 to the 20 and didn't hold. So keep your eyes on it. All right. So now, if you want to be greedy and wait to the gap fill, that's fine. As far as stop, that's a tricky one. All right. It's too close for comfort. If you want to put stop at the minimum, the stop should be the low of day yesterday, so that if it violates this, it can come all the way back down here, and it can easily happen. Okay, if we have another leg down in the market, this behave very TA wise, right? Just like many things. This big move here, it gave back, it retraced roughly half of what it gave up. So yeah, nothing to be all that excited about. Goldman Sachs, yeah, it's nothing to be excited here. Not low enough to buy, not high enough to sell. Wells Fargo had earning, didn't do as well as JPM. Yeah, it filled the gap. Okay, this is the gap fill here, so it did fill the gap, but it's what it has is all these wick that you see here. So there are buyers that have been coming in between this gap up and the gap fill all week long. Every time it come down there was people jumping in, right? So that's why you see the wick. So I would say a safe play is sell put spread below, because it's obvious that there are buyers are coming in to Wells Fargo. So there are protection there. At least so far, that's what they're showing. If this fails, then it can come down. So if you want to play it safe, sell it. Is there juice? Is there juice at 55? A little. Okay. You might get 30 cents naked. which is not a bad thing. I like that. 55 naked. If you want to be extra safe, 54 naked, and get like 20 cents or something like that. But yeah, that's way below, right? That's way below. You're talking 15%. No, it's yeah, more than 10%. Like it's like 13% ish kind of protection. We can get down there. Okay, it's like I said, this down move has a long way to go before it is the bottom. Morgan Stanley, very similar to Goldman Sachs, right? Nothing to be too excited about that. Bank of America, Bank of America look a lot more like Wells Fargo, right? If you really want it, put spread 32, yeah. Let's see, 32. You might get a naked put might get you close to 30 cents. Okay, that's not bad. But earnings coming up, so as I stated at the earlier part of the stream, this is not the time to gamble before earning. Okay, I wouldn't be buying share, but little put spread way below wouldn't be bad. Okay, 33 ish down there, below 33. Let's see, 3-year chart. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this white line used to mean something, but I'm not all that excited about it. All right, it means something more at this point here. I think I drew that thing in like over a year ago when it was fighting here. Okay, and then once over that, it's gone. So in fact, I'm gonna take that out. It means nothing. There you go. I'll take that out because really, there's nothing there. Okay, it's nothing there. I wouldn't be too, but as you can see, 31, 32. That's okay. So yeah, if I was selling like naked put, 32 is the highest I would venture here because I think the next logical area that it can have support would be more down like 31.25 ish area, right? Yeah, it's not pretty. V. All right. Oh my goodness, I like V. Okay. Missed my chance to buy here. I was playing put spread, but yeah, if it did fill the gap, I did have an alert set right here, right? So on this nasty day, I was selling put spread right below the gap fill, but I was still gonna play that. Okay, so I'm putting another alert. That's the one to buy. Okay, I'm not gonna repeat the reason. But for now, if you have it, congrats. Trim 50 MA. AXP. Oops. AXP. Not so nice. Not a surprise. And the reason I already explained many times. Not low enough to buy, not high enough to sell. If you have it, if you want to trim, 20 MA. 200 MA for sure. I don't imagine any reason or rhyme that it will get even anywhere near the 100 right now, but the 200 is a must trim if you want to be greedy. What else? Any more financial? Oh, of course, KRE. I have KRE, and which was assigned to me, and I sold cover calls. I mean, net it's a gain trade, positive because of the cover calls, the puts, all that. But yeah, if I see 54, I'm out. Okay. would I be greedy and stay until the gap fill? Maybe, but for sure, right now because of the gap down high and the 20 MA is lining up, yeah, it's at the minimum it's a trim, and then for sure I'd be more than happy to say bye bye at the gap fill on the rest if I decide to not sell everything at the 20 MA. But we'll see. I did not sell any cover calls for this week, not yet, because I don't want to be locked in, because if there is a pop, it can be fast moving and I don't want to get locked in. I'd rather just wait for the pop and then get out. Okay, let's move on. The energy. Oof. Nothing to be excited here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hey, I wish Stupid Money was bidding it up into the mid 70s so I can short again. I wish there was more stupidity in the market, just as there was stupidity here. What was people thinking? What on good green earth are we doing here in the 80s? What hopium was going on here? Unreal. It's just the stupidity. Anyone that have been on my channel for the past 2+ years have heard me talk about how oil should behave in good time and bad time. And it's come on. I don't even need to talk about USO. Garbage. Oxy. I am very curious to see what Warren Buffett has been doing. It's the one area that I am surprised that Warren Buffett, he was spot on Bank of America, Apple, you name it. It's well highlighted and talked about the past 3, 4, 5 months on what he sold in the hundreds of billions. Yes, hundreds of billions in cash that he raised, selling many things. But unless I miss it, I don't recall him selling out Oxy. Okay, because he should. He was loading up Oxy for years, and it is, you're talking 3 years low here. So what's going on, Warren? What are you doing with your position? Okay, it's 3-year low. I'm sure he bought it somewhere down here, but he did, for those that paid attention, all through 2022 and 2023, and even in 2024, he was adding in the 58 range. That's why you see this range of support up here at 57-ish, 58, because he was adding. So what happened? If he hasn't sold anything, surely it wiped out all the gains up here. So very curious to see what Warren was doing. All right, CVX. Just as USO, I was hoping Stupid Money would bid it up so I can short again. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. XOM, yeah. They are what they are. Is a oil cult gonna come after me when I say that they are garbage? There are times I love energy. Okay. Now I do like Halliburton, and it is acting like garbage right now. Yes, garbage. I am thinking, I am looking, I am willing to add to my Halliburton. It is a very small position still, so I like it down here. Don't hate it. I'm just not wanting to get stupid because of earning. Okay, because like I said, if I've been saying a few times now, don't be stupid and add or buy and chase and bid up into earning. So I like Halliburton, but I'd rather play the put spread game. Okay, there's plenty of juice, plenty. 18, yeah, I wouldn't mind selling a naked put at 18 for, if it on red, if it's like 16 to 20 cents, I do it. That's not a problem at all. Okay, because I wouldn't mind getting assigned 100 shares. I have way less than 100 shares right now, so it's a very small position, but I wouldn't mind at all swallow up 100 shares at 18. Not at all. Small position in Schlumberger, it behaved just like Halliburton, right? So I'd rather add a lot to Halliburton, and the one that I do like, that I have been adding small, it is still small, is of course MDU. It was going sideways for a while, but this past week it got dragged down, and I had an order in at the low at 14.9, and it almost got there. Almost. It was so close. Okay, so close. So yeah, I would add to Halliburton and MDU. Let's exit this on gold. Yeah, not trimming a damn thing. If for those that are lucky enough or brave enough to buy at the dip into the 50, good on you. All right, this is one of the very few trades that makes sense to me as far as holding. I have not sold any gold all year. That was the right move. The last time I bought gold was here in December. That was a gift. Since then, let it rip. Okay, I am a staunch believer that gold. How high can it go? Now, where would I trim? It was close. Okay, I'm not saying that I won't trim. Up there, 305. Yeah, I think that would be an area that I will trim. We're getting pretty close to gold 3,000, but I do believe when gold push to 3,000, there's going to be an overshoot, and that overshoot could be 305. Then there will be a 10% trim. Okay, so there will be time. I'm greedy on gold, but I'm also not stupid to think that it's gonna go on forever. And of course, gold is the opposite of the crypto bros, right? Because they are the one that say, "Oh, gold, digital gold is the whatever." If you bought gold, I think you done well. Just ignore what the crypto bros are saying, okay? The crypto bros think they know everything. Oh, the bros. Yeah. I love knocking on the bros because outside of a few influencers that got rich on this, a lot of crypto bros broke and get broker on the whiplash. Okay, that's just sad reality of people that don't learn to trade. GDX, what a move. Yeah, it's wow. Okay, wow. That's all I gotta say. Was I happy? Say, I was adding GDX here and selling cover calls here and there, but yeah, I would never thought. I sold a cover call at 47, and who would have thought that this happened? Insanity. But hey, I welcome the big fat return there. Okay, when you're buying GDX below 40 and you can get out at 47 in 2 months or 3 months, I take it. I did sell a naked put at 46. So, and this is how I have been playing GDX for a long time. I sold cover calls, and then if they get called away, I sold a put below where it was taken out. So I'm willing to take back the share at least $100 lower than where it was and add more. Now, would I buy at 42? Yeah. Would I let a sign at 46? Yeah. But as far as buying GDX, no need to chase. Okay, this thing can pull one of these. Okay, make no mistake. Let me do this real quick. Compare. To gold. Okay. It's there you go. There was time when it underperformed gold, right? But not right now. Yeah, not right now. It's not the time. Now is not the time to chase into GDX. If it's time to trim, it's time to raise. I will raise my stop for sure. All right, I still got plenty. So I plan to let's see, remove. Yes, I'm gonna raise my stop on what I have left, at least on half. Probably half of my holding to the low of day yesterday, which is 48.86. With the way my stop usually work is they're going to be a gap down and then the stop doesn't work. Okay, but hey, at the least raise your stop, right? I don't know where your stop was. My stop was way down here, and then I move it up here on this move up here, on this move right here, right? When I had the cover call going, I raised my stop to the low of day on this, which is 43-ish. But then now, it can't be the 20. Too much between 45 and 48, okay? Too much. I'm gonna raise my stop on half of my remaining share to 48.86. Lock it in. Silver. I added silver below 27. At 27, below 27, around 27. So silver finally. Okay, so recap. I start to buy into silver here. Talk about silver, right? And then I didn't chase. I had never bought silver above 29, right? I did buy silver here, right here on this dip into the 50 right here, okay? So have I paid for silver above 28? Yes. And I was looking, I have an order to trim up there. It never got there. And then it got pulled down. And yeah, it's, for now, it's starting to become a position that matter more, okay? Because I added a lot more here, so now it start to take notice in my portfolio. So yeah, it's if it fill the gap, I might trim. All right, so I'm not gonna be stupid here. If I see 30.6 ish, in fact, I'm gonna put in an alert right here at 30.4, so I know it's getting close. There you go. Right, so if I see that, then my order to trim up there is gonna, it's a 25% trim order up there, right? Basically, it is trimming everything that I bought down here. at around 27-ish, I would take the 10% gain. Lock it in. All right, people. Enjoy your week.